Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dueling Aces, whatever the hell day today is, 9/26, sure. Uh, I'm Zolt. George isn't here. He ain't gonna be here. Inmates are running the asylum. George heard something about Mac Jones' ankle injury, and I'm sorry, folks, he's back on the wiki feet again. There's nothing I can do. He'll be back at some point,
I just thought
but
it was because Jimmy G was starting again. That's why he was like he didn't want to show his face.
you know,
Could be that too.
we're gonna let it go. So I'm Zolt. We got Adam. We got dear Bruiser.
What?
Nothing. I usually just read what's on the bottom of the screen.
Oh.
Speaks for itself. So
Problem is he's not gonna understand what that means.
Yeah, that's fine. That's for so much the better. How was everybody's weekends?
Too fast.
I was drunk for a lot of the weekend.
Perfect.
I had my 20th high school reunion on Friday night. And then we went to Nine Inch Nails on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Do you remember the concert?
Fuck yeah, I do. It was amazing.
I was gonna say you posted it was one of the best concerts you've ever been to. So
So it was the last stop of the tour was Cleveland. And because it was their like bands will do shows around the Hall of Fame weekend when they get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, either in New York or Cleveland. They'll do like Beastie Boys did one, Metallica did one. Bands do. Oh, there's the Bubba. There's the Bubba.
Good Lord, look at all that hair.
I know.
No,
there was a time it was there.
Now we know where Zolt went. But they brought out anybody who had ever been in Nine Inch Nails came out and performed with the band.
Oh wow.
On Saturday night for like the last 5 songs. And I forgot that the lead singer of Filter used to be in Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. He's also, Robert Patrick, the guy who played the T-1000 in Terminator 2?
Yeah.
That's his brother. And they're from Lakewood.
Did not know that. See, you learn something new every day.
So he came out and played, and they did Hey Man, Nice Shot, and a Perfect Drug, and a bunch of really good songs to end the show. They ended on Head Like a Hole, and the girl in front of us on the hill was so pissed that they didn't sing Hurt. And I was like, did you not feel the energy of the show? Like, you can't end on that song. It's just going to bring everybody down.
Yeah.
I heard there was 20,000 people?
Oh, more than that.
I heard it was a good turnout.
It was packed. It was absolutely packed. Guy I work with went with us, and they bought pavilion seats because his favorite band is Ministry, and his girlfriend's favorite band is Nine Inch Nails. So they were down in the pavilion, and he said Ministry sounded horrible in the pavilion. It sounded super muddy, but up on the hill, it sounded fantastic. And they played Ministry played my favorite song by them, which is called Just One Fix. And they started it, and I about came unglued. And then we're in Nine Inch Nails, and I had to pee, so I walked to the bathroom, and I'm standing in the bathroom, and I hear the opening synthesizer part to Reptile, which is also one of my favorite Nine Inch Nails songs. And I blew past my wife and ran to the top of the hill so I could see him play Reptile.
Sean, it is a lovely 76 degrees in the pool.
That is a perfect pool temperature.
Yeah, it's
do you have now? I see the lounge right there by by the pool, is that like a waterproof or a water resistant kind of cushion so you can come out of the pool onto the lounge and then back in?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of hard. Okay, so the lounges over there, they're not. I mean, they are waterproof. We don't really worry about them. It
That's
is
fair
what it
enough.
is. We got to replace them. We got to replace them. But that whole open air side there is it's really nice. It's in the shade. It's hard to see, but you got almost like a little pergola coming down from the roof there that kind of blocks it from any weather. So yeah, the only dampness we got to worry about is when I get up out of the pool. And you
Now,
know what?
now behind that nice those nice plants that you have on either side of you, is there perhaps like a very large TV screen connected to the wall so you can watch from the pool?
What do you mean A?
Fair enough. Multiple screens. Got it.
There's- we're set up.
I actually wanted to buy one of the floating projector screens to float in the lake so that I could do float in movie night out on the lake, because
Yeah,
I thought that would be fun.
yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that because I know the coworker of the wife's. They went down to Texas and they have like a I don't know if it's like a lake or something kind of thing where they do a movie night and they play Jaws.
They have
As you
somebody
will.
swim around. They have somebody swim around with a fin too. I've
Yeah, that's
seen
what I
it.
heard. I'm okay with half of that. The last one I don't care for. The Ohio
The
State part.
when Cedar Point ran the water park out at where Geauga Lake used to be, they would
Mhm.
do movie nights in the wave pool every once in a while.
I thought they did. I couldn't remember. That was so long ago, and I was so young.
I mean, what a
All right.
weekend for sports.
Yeah, it was. You know what? I need to go do my thing. So y'all got it.
Gee, thanks.
We could
I'll
talk.
be back.
We could talk about the tire failures yesterday.
Feel free. I mean, that was the perfect opportunity.
That was a 4.5 hour race.
See, David, it's okay. The Maryland game to us was our Notre Dame game, so it's okay.
Did you
He
guys
said
not?
Maryland.
Did you guys not come close to beating
We
Maryland?
we beat them 34-27. They got one of the last minute touchdowns in garbage time or whatever. But our offense was very very flat. Like they just could not. The quarterback could not get into a rhythm all game. And if it wasn't for Blake Corum, we probably would have lost. I mean, Corum had like fucking 240 some yards rushing and like 3 touchdowns.
I watched absolutely no football this weekend. None.
You missed out on. There was good football on Saturday. There was, and then I would say we started Thursday.
I heard there were a bunch of really good games, but like so Friday night was my 20th high school reunion.
Did you actually go?
Yeah, I went.
Okay.
We met at B-Dubs after the homecoming game, and then went to. At about midnight, they called last call at B-Dubs, and we decided to go up the street to Thirsty Cowboy.
Okay.
And when we walked in, there was a group of about 15, 20 of us, and the bartender looked and said, "Wedding?" And we said, "No, class reunion." And she said, "How many years?" We said, 20. And then she gave us shots on the house. And that started my downfall.
Oh shit.
The
Yeah, you
first
can't do
one
that, right?
the first one was vodka. I don't remember what the others were. All I know is Saturday morning when I woke up for work, I was hung the fuck over.
You got to work every Saturday?
Yeah.
Do you? That sucks.
Mm-hmm. And then
But
Saturday afternoon, I came home and I took a nap for a little bit, and I woke up and I was still hungover, and then the hangover really didn't go away until I had my first beer standing there
at
in
the
the parking
show,
lot of Blossom at the show.
the hair of the dog.
So the wife said. And then we didn't get out of Blossom till almost 2 a.m.
I was just gonna ask, how bad was it trying to get out of there? I hear if
Oh,
that's the one bad thing about Blossom is trying to get out of there.
oh God, it was awful. And then once we got out of there and got home, I had to get up at 7 to drive to Vermilion yesterday
Oh, for the rugby game.
for rugby because she had rugby. I thought it was one game. No. I was there all day.
No shit.
Yeah.
Was it like a
She had-
tournament?
No, so fall sevens is almost like a fucking soccer tournament every Sunday. They all meet at one field. So it's not only the girls, it's the boys too. So it was like St. Joe's, Menor, Elyria, Perrysburg, like all of the teams in the area that have fall sevens teams play there.
No shit.
Yeah. She had to be there by 9, and her first game wasn't until noon.
I was just gonna say, how'd they do though?
So their squad is split up into 3 teams. There's A, B, and C side. The A sides got demolished yesterday. Madison's a starter on B side. They won both of their games. And they're the best looking team. The girl child she scored a try, which is essentially a touchdown.
Right.
And then she had a tackle and a strip that set up a ruck that set up what essentially was the score that blew the game wide open for them in the first game. They won their first game like 39-5.
I was thinking the scoring is a lot different for that too, isn't it?
So if you score a try, it's 5 points, and you have to kick the conversion from, like, let's say, imagine having to kick the extra point if you were to throw like a fade into the right corner of the end zone. So now you have to line up on the right corner and kick from there. So they
wow.
So they have to kick from where. So they always try to center it, and conversion is worth 2, so they could end up with 7 points on a.
I thought it was a little more different than that, but I guess not.
Fall 7, so there's 7 players on the field. Games are like 40 minutes. They're like 20-minute halves. And then spring 15s, which is more traditional rugby, those games are almost an hour and a half.
I mean, I got to give her credit. I've seen some of these girls play, and it's one of those things like they ain't no hoe per se, because they will get out there and lay the wood.
So in the second game, they were playing Mentor, and she got trucked by this girl. I mean, just laid on her ass. Madison got up, ran her down, jumped on her and tackled her, and then the girl was kicking her feet trying to get away, and Madison ripped her down by her ankle.
Jesus.
George came. George
Oh, did he?
Yeah. George ended up showing up. I felt bad because my phone died, and George called me like 4 times. Like, what field are you guys at? And then I finally ran into him, and I was like, yeah, my phone died.
That's too much for the drunken festivities. You never charge the phone.
No, my phone, I need to upgrade my phone. My battery doesn't last as long anymore. Like, my phone needs
It's not an iPhone, is it?
It is.
Yeah, see, I've only had one iPhone in my life, and that's the problem I had with it was the battery. Like when I went to the Indy race, my first ever race, we got there at like 6 in the morning. I started taking pictures at like 8, and I swear to God, by 10 a.m., 10:30, that motherfucker was already dying.
If you drop them a lot, it damages the inside of the battery, so then the battery life.
It was brand new. I just got it like 2 weeks before that.
Yeah, my battery issues just started within the last like week. So.
And that's the worst because then you're constantly always trying to find a charger or leave it stuck on the charger.
Well, so the problem with mine is that the port on the bottom, the tabs are damaged, so I can't plug it in. I have to use a wireless charger.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Does that actually take longer?
does it. I just set it on there and leave it go. It goes pretty quick.
Okay, so I've always been told like some of them were slow, and this because I've always wanted to get
I have
one. But
one that is really slow, but the one that I bought from Walmart goes pretty quick.
one of them like fast chargers.
Yeah. But I mean, it was I try not to be on my phone all the time.
Wait, so you and George hung out yesterday? Is that why he's sick? He was out in that cold yesterday.
I don't know. He sounded rough yesterday when I was talking to
Did
him. Because Cole showed up too.
Oh, good lord! He didn't bring fucking Liam.
He brought Liam. Liam was there.
Oh, I'm surprised the kid didn't try to run out in the field and play too.
He wanted to, and then he kept fucking with Chris. He's like, "I want $1. Give me $1." Chris is like, "I don't have any cash, man." So I had to
just the two of them alone together is enough for the fucking price of any admission anywhere because the way they are with each other.
Yes, Madison and I are the same way. But yeah, those two are.
You want to add snacks to the? Oh, Jesus Christ, it's over.
I told you what happened at Memorial Day when they came down, right?
Or you said? I think you did like something in the lake, wasn't it?
No, so we were in the lake, and Cole and Amanda and Veda and Liam showed up, and Cole and Liam came walking down the hill to the dock. We were already out in the lake, and I see Snacks run up into the house. I don't even get a hi, like nothing. And then I see her 5 minutes later. She just has a plate of food mounted and is walking down to the lake. And
hence the nickname.
Right.
She throw down at least? She didn't like.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get out there and go watch both of them play hockey. Cause I'm curious to see. I want to watch Veda play.
She's mean.
That's exactly the reason why. She's like that pit bull on ice.
Thomas, I need to get. So Thomas is just as mean, but he doesn't. I can't get him to focus it.
Oh,
I can't
it comes and goes.
Yeah, so they had 2 games Friday and Saturday. They had a game Friday and a game Saturday, and he got shelled Friday night. It was 11-0.
Oh shit!
And one of them wasn't his fault. He got scored an own goal.
Oh yeah, you can't do nothing about that.
But the defensemen were just standing in the crease and like getting in his way, and he couldn't see the puck, so he couldn't block it, and he was getting mad and yelling at his own teammates.
Oh.
And then he tried to fight a kid on the other team.
Oh, he's gonna have to fight eventually, right? Better start early.
Well, so in 10U, they're very adamant about no fighting. No fighting.
Oh, well.
It could get him kicked off the team.
Damn.
So I'm like, dude, you gotta settle down.
It's amazing how like when they're that young, you don't want them to fight, but then when they get into like teenage days, fucking have at it.
Go for it. Fine. You don't want to fight the goalie to begin with. They're wearing all that padding.
Right. Well, some of the best fights I have seen have come from when the two goalies
have been goalie fights. You piss that goalie off enough, he comes out of that crease and wants to fight.
Who was it? Wasn't it Patrick Waugh was one of them that had one of the better fights? Waugh
had a really good fight. Yager had a really good fight. Fleury had a really good fight once with somebody from the Capitals.
Fucking goalie fight. I know it's very rare, but they do happen.
When Zolt comes back from running the pool robot, we'll have to ask him what the best Red Wings fight he's seen is.
Oh, he'll probably say that Avalanche game.
The Red Wings Red Wings goalie fight.
Oh, goalie fight? Shit, that's a good question. Might have to be a topic for a show one day.
Mm-hmm.
Or a perfect 10 or something.
You are currently 42 points behind Clint. You've closed the gap.
Well, because every fucking week I can't gain on his ass. The only thing I think I literally gained was 15 or 20 points, and I think yesterday we tied.
You did not tie yesterday.
No, and it was the last time I checked it. We were tied.
You finished third. I ended up tying with Clint yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I scored 194. Clint's no. You did tie. Who's streaking in my pants? Is that George? No.
I think so.
Then George and I tied, and then you
Then me
and
and
Clint
Clint tied.
tied. And then
Yeah,
Aker, I'm up on I'm up over 100 points on Akers now, so I'm happy.
So you're happy. But I mean, the thing is like this week could be the big week to make or break some points.
On Talladega?
Yes.
Yeah, because you got to think the next 2 weeks actually.
Oh, because the road course.
Because you got the Roval. You could throw some really crazy lineups out.
It's gonna be a crazy one. I think I'm going on. I think I'm. My thing is, I don't want to go too crazy for Talladega, but I also don't want to go too
I'd put
close to
Bubba
the
Wallace.
norm.
I'd put Bubba Wallace in your garage.
Yeah.
I think I'm going. I want to put Blaney in there. I'm trying to stay away from a lot of the playoff drivers, to be honest with you, because that place eats cars, just eats them,
Yeah.
and I don't want to end up with, 3 out of 5 still going.
Well, and the problem with Talladega is too is where the front start or the start finish line is. It's such that long stretch to come down to the finish.
It's over a mile.
Right? You know what I mean? So like that's where you're going to get a lot of, where a lot of guys are going to get fucking booted, for the lead and shit like that. And what was it the one year when Keselowski did it to fucking Carl Edwards?
Yeah.
Or was it Stewart? Yeah, or whatever it was.
It was Edwards, because that's when Edwards went spinning. He went flying through the air, and then Edwards paid him back in Atlanta.
I think that was Brad's first win, was it not? When he was in the 09 car, the Mikasuki, the game.
Maybe.
I'm just hoping for a good race and we don't have no fucking tire issues.
You're gonna have tire issues. That's the problem. It's right now it's kind of a 50-50 split on if it's NASCAR's fault or if it's Goodyear's fault. Because the one thing that they need to have on those new tires is an inner liner, and they don't have an inner liner. And that would have saved. I mean, did you see some of those impacts coming out of 4 into that wall yesterday?
I saw the one. What was it? Cody Ware or something?
Cody Ware. Oh God.
What was he, about 2 foot from going inside that pit wall that was open? If he didn't hit that,
less.
That would have been fucking unreal.
He was gonna hit that split head on and split that car in half.
Because that would have been bad.
I'm amazed he wasn't seriously hurt, because if you saw him come out of that car, he got over the pit wall and collapsed.
See, I didn't see that part. I saw him get up out of the car, and then we had to leave. So I'm like, shit, because then we had to run. We were running late.
They got him out of the car. He got on the other side of the pit wall and collapsed. And then they pulled the ambulance right there, and then another set of the AMR safety team came up and came running over and jumped the car and jumped over the wall to him. That was scary. That was a scary hit. But those guys were coming.
What was it, Rudeman that flipped there years ago or something when he was qualifying or something?
That was at Michigan. That wasn't Texas.
Oh, similar track, but
in the Aaron's car, yeah. That was at Michigan.
But Texas has some pretty wicked fucking hits, though.
The same. I mean, Mark Martin's wreck was at Michigan, where he went. I think it was Michigan, where he went sideways. When he went sideways into the pit wall, and it missed the driver's seat.
Hey, now the show can start, right?
So speaking of Myles Garrett's car crash, that is literally right down the
house.
it is on my street. And it's about a half a mile from my house. And I was coming down the road and the Fox 8 crew was out there shooting B-roll coming home. But you can see the tire marks where he went left to center and then came back over. I'm guessing he swerved to miss a deer. Because they go way far out, and the area where that crash is, there's a bunch of woods, and the deer like to just come across the road. So I'm guessing he swerved to miss a deer or something.
It looked like a pretty
It was wet
heavily
too,
wooded
right?
area.
Yeah, my buddy. It's funny because my buddy even said, my buddy Ryan was even like, when he heard out about the crash, he was like, "I swear to God," he goes, "God really just hates Cleveland."
No, it's so where that stop sign is, where the crash happened, where that stop sign is, it's only a two-way stop. And you can't see over the top of that hill, but where that picture is taken right there is actually at the top of another hill. There's a big dip in the road there, and there's woods on either side of the road wherever who took that photograph is standing.
Ain't nothing left of that motherfucker, that's for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was swerved to avoid one of those ladies' chickens.
Oh, they get loose out there.
Yeah, they're free range chickens. Those two houses right there have them. They're up by the road all the time.
Results like the master. That's quick work.
You okay? Sure, we'll say that was me.
Like, Sean, fuck those chickens. It's early, David. I know, but it's nice. It's nice. Don't get me wrong, but let's not jump the gun yet. We got a long season ahead of us, and we haven't even got into the brutal part of the schedule yet.
Yeah, if you come down, if you turn on Ridgewood, or if you turn on State off of 18, right past Ruby's development where it goes up, that's where it happened. Where State goes up and then comes down over by the chicken lady.
That's the infamous chicken lady. It's going to be all her fault that Myles Garrett's he wrecked his car.
It's
Well, now we
probably a deer because we get a bunch. I mean, I missed 4 of them coming home. They do as they damn well please out here.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to look up a couple stats here before we really get
no, you're
into.
fine. Oh, I just thought all the stats were up here.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm good, but I ain't that good.
That's what those big cabinets are next to the Chase Lounge. Is
Just
all of Zolt's stats.
binders, man. Just binders and binders and binders. Anyway, but before we get into the injury report, which that's going to be a solid half hour, I wanted to bring up. I threw it in the chat. What I called the head coaching malpractice of the week, and this time it wasn't Nathaniel Hackett. Granted, he hadn't played yet.
It was so ugly as fuck.
So my issue, I'm gonna paint the picture a little bit for you. So fourth quarter, 5 minutes to go in a game. Your team is down by 28 with 5 minutes to go. Your starting quarterback, who came into the game with rib issues, is still in there in a game in which he's getting pressured and hurried like crazy.
You talking about the Mac Jones injury?
I'm
No,
talking about
Justin
no, I'm
Herbert.
talking about the Chargers and Jacksonville. Why would you leave Herbert in there in a game where you're down by 28 with 5 minutes to go, and he's running for his damn life?
Could that be a situation where Herbert wanted to stay in? I mean, granted, regardless, it shouldn't have mattered. He should have been pulled.
And you know what? We can discuss what happens when a player wants to stay in and he shouldn't when we get to the injury report.
Baker
In this
Mayfield?
case, no, it's somebody else.
Oh, shit.
Somebody else who's currently being investigated by the league for what happened
No, I know,
during their game.
I know what you're talking about now.
We
We will wobble.
Yeah. Seriously, he comes into the game with messed up rib cartilage. That doesn't heal quick or easy because blood doesn't get to it.
Well, somebody
And
was saying,
he's-
did he get a cortisone shot before the game to try to help him through it, more or less? But I mean, granted,
Yeah.
it's not going to help completely.
No, I mean it's a pain relief shot. I mean it's
It's a stopgap.
yeah.
By the way, seeing some early reporting that Myles Garrett has a broken wrist.
That's the rumors going around. Nobody knows for sure yet. I hope it's not true, but because fuck.
Non-life threatening. Yep, I ain't got nothing yet.
We probably won't know about that till probably Thursday.
Right.
One of the guys in my D&D group is a statey. And he was
On scene.
He wasn't on scene, but he was on duty when it happened. And one of the guys from his post was actually on scene. Said Garrett broke his wrist.
Well, put it one of them fucking heavy ass casts on it and get out there and go to work.
Have a club. Just
Yeah, literally.
be the guy with the club.
Oh, slow down, Dave. We got to let Zolt do his. When we get to the end of the report, we'll get to it.
We'll definitely get there.
We already said it's going to take about what, a half hour, 45 minutes of the show just to get through it.
I was paying attention to that Chargers. I have Herbert in one league. I didn't start him this week because I didn't know if he was going to be there or not.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
But at the same time, I'm relying on him to be there in future weeks.
Yeah.
This means you don't throw him out because you have a chance to overcome 28 points in 5 minutes. You weren't going to in that game. That game was over. They knew it. Everybody knew it. And you just kept him out there to see if he could get hit.
Is Chase Daniels that bad they'd rather leave a Herbert in?
I mean, the answer to that might be yes. But regardless, put it in. You're already losing.
Yeah.
Damn that. Austin Eckler, 5 carries. The fuck is going on back there?
Oh, that was a whole
Chargers.
week. This was a whole week for everybody.
Jesus Christ, Clint, you look high as fuck.
I'm still a
he just got back home in Colorado.
Hey, I'm still in vacation mode for the next 4 hours. Okay.
Wait a minute. Are you wearing a double hat?
Yes, I am. I couldn't choose between the Guardians and the Browns, so I just wear them both.
Wear them both. Okay.
I want you to take this with all due compliment. That is the blackest thing I have ever seen.
Hey, I could have a do-rag underneath both these hats.
God damn it. This is how we win awards, folks.
Right.
Yes. That and we buy them.
Well,
yes.
Damn.
All right. Let's have some fun with the injury report. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay.
Lord.
So first off, it's kind of late if you haven't heard this already, but both Dalton Schultz and Michael Gallup aren't playing tonight. So if you started one of them, sorry.
Oh, I don't feel bad. I have no Cowboys on none of my teams.
I got CD Lamb, and yeah, whoops.
Boy, can we not say that about somebody in the MI Aces. I'm trying to think if they broke 900 points.
I just want to give a shout out to me because I think I finally got my first win in fucking DA. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, fuck you. Because I had everybody didn't show up. Tom Brady is killing me. Like but I know I can't drop him because he's going to do Tom Brady things as the season goes on.
Yeah, that's
don't
the
worry.
problem.
I love me with some Russell Wilson, but I'm literally considering like dropping him though.
Yeah, I think it was you asshole. I go out to get the fucking Eagles defense, and it was green when I pushed the fucking button, but then it said the team was not available because somebody else took them.
No, I didn't get
I'm
the
like,
Eagles
what?
defense.
Or was it Rob?
It probably was Rob. Probably. I had the I think I had the Niners defense starting yesterday.
Well, I'm talking about they picked him up like right after the 1 o'clock games because I'm like, fuck, because I picked them up in the Ohio League.
It probably was fucking Akers because he seemed to just pick people up just like super quick. Like,
yeah. God damn it. Are you muted?
Me? No.
Zolt. No, nothing. Uh-oh. You don't tell me your headphones died. That'd be our luck. Hey.
Better?
oh, there you
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's talk for a second about the week that was, since Clint brought it up.
Spotty internet connection at the winter home.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm just calling it the WR, the winter residence. You get a couple weeks like this every year where just guys just vanish for no apparent reason, and this week was kind of crazy. So Justin Jefferson,
Nothing.
14 yards.
Is the Eagles secondary really that good? Or no, they played the Lions this week.
That was the Lions, and the answer
that'd be
to that is
Okudah.
no. That was Okudah who was on him the entire game, and he shut him down. I mean, I don't know how much that was Okudah and how much that was the way the game played, but my God, you had to believe Kirk Cousins was at least looking in that direction. He's not stupid.
Right.
I think that was game. I think it was gameplay because he was just Dalen was just super open. Like,
but that was the other weird part is the Vikings were down by 14 and they still weren't pushing it to Jefferson.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would think game would dictate that. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, another guy.
Four catches, 33 yards. Not just 4 catches, 4 targets. He was only targeted 4 times the entire game.
Well, and think about that too, because remember, Buffalo lost a lot of their secondary. And they're playing a lot of rookies and shit like that, like practice squad guys, and they shut him down.
They still got your Davis White?
He was out.
Dang.
Yeah. And pair that with this other fact. Miami only threw 20 times that whole game. In a game where Buffalo secondary was decimated.
We'll get to you, Steeler fan.
Rand. I mean, Colts. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to say the Colts. Okay.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how this season's been so far in 3 weeks. They go out and get shut out by Jacksonville, but then turn around and beat the Chiefs. Like, what the fuck?
And they did it. Jonathan Taylor, again, did not have a touchdown. Considering the fact he was first off the board, it could be. He was first off the board in most leagues. That's a 7. I'll take it, I suppose. Oh, come on, Doug. What the hell?
Yeah, Doug has the 10 this week. Fucking Christ.
Oh, Jesus.
Bruiser.
What's that?
2.
Holy Jesus.
Damn. So who had
Don't stay away from the dice.
I was drunk. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And listen, any given week, if you look at those picks that I made, that's not a bad list. Last week was just a fucked up week. We had one last year, remember?
Yeah.
More than one last year. We had a string of like 3 of them. Joe Mixon, 24 yards. The wheel is still perfect. You know what?
Well, we can't use it tonight.
No, I mean, he's there. He can bring it up.
Oh, he's definitely playing the Wizard behind the scenes today.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It is now my goal to break that wheel of whatever the hell it's got going on. I'm trying to decide if that means I would pick the Texans over the wheel. I don't think I will,
Well,
but
I should have stuck with the wheel because the wheel said to take the Falcons over the Seahawks, and I said, screw it, I'm taking the Seahawks, and that blew up in my face.
Damn that, the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Poor Kyler Murray.
More players that just did not perform this week. Aaron Jones, he went from being the guy last week to being the missing guy this week.
Oh, that's so
Just-
good.
That game was kind of boring in a sense. I mean,
Yeah.
14. I mean, you think with Brady versus Rodgers, but then again, with Brady having all his receiver issues and Rodgers not having any receivers, I guess there's really why there was no passing game.
Yeah, but Jones only had 12 carries. It's like I don't know. Especially, it'd be one thing if he's coming off of a bad week. Okay,
He wasn't.
Lighten his load. He wasn't. He was coming off a great week.
I mean, yeah.
No, the only running back that doing outstanding is Nick Chubb.
The fuck?
I think he's leading the league, is he not?
He's the only one that's actually been good consistently.
I was asked the question. Now I have to look up stats for some reason. Come on, rushing yardage. Where are you? Yes, he's currently leading the league with 341.
What's second?
Why does it default to attempts? Second is Cordarrelle Patterson with 302.
Holy shit. And they play each other this week.
Yeah. Chubb, however, has got that nice 4 touchdowns staring you in the face. So,
right.
There's your points. Other disappointing players. Darren Waller.
Tight end as a whole, unless you have Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
No,
Mark
Chelsea.
Andrews. Yeah. Mark Andrews.
I got him in my ESPN league.
DJ Moore is like forgotten.
Well, look who his quarterback is.
True.
So I think I saw a meme that came out today that says DJ Moore and his dad are getting together with Odell and his dad to set up a tape on Baker for Carolina. I'm like, here we go again.
Oh, God. And then the quarterback that I picked up to start for this week, just because he was going gangbusters, Carson Wentz.
I'm there with you, so don't feel bad.
See, it's y'all fault. Y'all actually believed in Carson Wentz.
I believe I just needed somebody because
right.
I'm sorry I lost trust in Russ.
Hey, no, don't feel bad. I lost trust in Russ too. I will say this though.
Let me ask you this, Clint.
Jalen Hurts is slowly is starting to get back in my good graces though.
Yeah, he's looking really good right now. But see, in my situation, I had Carson Wentz or Justin Fields.
Ooh, yeah.
Fields or Wentz has at least put up numbers in weeks 1 and 2. So you had something that you were trying to go off of.
Yeah,
maybe Philly is actually for real this year because right now their defense is looking like it's legit.
I'm willing to say right now I think Philly's for real.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is for real.
Well, all he needed was A.J. Brown, apparently.
I mean, it didn't work for Tannehill.
Well, you said his name. That was enough.
All right, let's start hitting these injured guys. Kick them with Mac Jones.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited for this one because if he's out, he might be out for the Browns game.
Okay, so here's the fun part of Mac Jones. High ankle sprain. Thanks, Bruiser. High ankle sprain. now severe high ankle sprain, where they're talking about doing surgery because they think that might be a quicker route to getting him back.
Oh boy.
Can I
So-
help you? God damn it.
Welcome, Brian Hoyer.
That's who
The
their
Asian
backup
wonder.
is.
Yes.
God, I didn't know who their backup was. Me and Rob
He's
talking about
still there.
earlier today. Like, who's the Patriots backup?
Wait a minute. So another reunion of Browns versus former quarterbacks in that game. Possibly. 'Cause it looks like he'll be out for 3 weeks.
When do you guys play him? Week 5 or week 6?
I think it's Atlanta. I don't remember. It's coming up in the next 3 weeks, so it's right around the time frame that he'll be out.
I don't think he's coming back in 3 weeks. If it's that bad where they're talking about surgery,
Yeah.
that's probably 5 to 6 weeks. That's my
Who's-
guess.
What a
who's
hell of a
Mac-
what a
we're
hell
talking
of a
about Mac
sophomore
Jones?
season, right?
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh, well, guess we're dropping Mac Jones off there.
Wait and see if they put him on IR first. You can
Yeah,
just bump
Then he
him
can-
up.
yeah,
the
then he can-
IR spot.
Speaking of high ankle sprains, San Francisco left tackle Trent Williams. I'm always going to note when a left tackle goes down. That's pretty big.
But did you catch the play that it happened on?
I didn't.
The Orlovsky.
Oh, was it?
Exactly. They're like,
Hold on.
because literally, I remember one of the announcers was like, "Oh, what a double whammy for the 49ers. You get the safety and you lose your left tackle on the same play."
Hold on. I'm gonna say this, and him and Orlowski both Dan Orlowski. This the reason I'm going to say Dan, in my opinion, is still worse because
Oh, it was.
Garoppolo threw a pick 6. He don't get called. 6 points going Denver's way, so the safety helped him.
Yeah, it did.
Way.
Yeah,
But
apparently
all
we
that
got
plan-
Atlanta this week, and then it's the Patriots the following. So Mac Jones will be out because we play him in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Thanks,
Okay,
Dave.
let's talk.
Not
let's
you, my
talk
buddy
about-
Dave.
Let's talk about Chargers for a minute. So the good news is they're probably getting Keenan Allen back.
But they're not
Bad
going to have
news.
fucking Herbert.
Bad news is that Herbert is the walking wounded right now. You've also probably lost your cornerback J.C. Jackson, who is surgically repaired,
really.
Just
his
signed.
repaired ankle and flared up after the game. So now they're looking at if he's going to miss anything more. Joey Bosa went out with a groin injury that they are calling significant.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
So I mean, that Chargers defense is supposed to be one of the best defenses, and they're going to be fucking one of the worst at this point.
Yeah, that was a rough game. Chargers also lost wide receiver Jalen Guyton, who not exactly a household name, but at the same time with Keenan Allen out,
Torn
Guyton
ACL,
stepped
right?
up. Yeah, he tore his ACL. He only had 2 receptions, but they were for 64 yards. So
Yeah, he had this nice play where like Herbert threw it off the back foot right to guy, and I was like, yeah, you sure you got injury up, dude? Like, 'cause you put all your ump into that throw.
Cincinnati, Eli Apple dealing with an ankle injury.
It don't matter. He suck anyway.
T. Higgins dealing with a toe, apparently not dealing with a concussion after he took a helmet to the face.
Golly, T.
I can't believe he didn't come out after that. I mean, he stayed in the damn game. But if y'all didn't see that hit, it was a crown of the helmet to his face mask when he was defenseless.
Oh,
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
It was wow.
I'm gonna
Did
need
it
some
result in
receivers.
injection?
I know it. I know the flags came in. I don't know if the player got ejected or if it was just a
Gotcha.
15. It was LaMarcus Joyner who hit him. But yeah, apparently he's dealing with a toe injury. Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
look at that.
Oh. Bam.
Jesus.
Oh,
And the laundry.
I love how he put his hands like, what did I do? Yeah.
Good God.
Ooh.
Yeah, he got crushed. All right, let's see. Stop me if you've heard this one. AJ Green is injured.
Just retire, bro.
They can't retire until DeAndre Hopkins comes back.
Yeah, another 4 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah. He's got a bone bruise in his knee, could miss a week. Jalen Waddle dealing with a groin.
Why does it feel like you're just reading off my fucking fantasies rosters of all like my 9 teams?
Well, it's because you have 9 teams. You have
Right.
three quarters of the league.
I said I was going to downsize this year. How'd that work out for you?
It's gonna be a
Dalvin-
reality check, Star. Now all these injuries, like, yeah, I can't do so many now.
Right.
Dalvin Cook.
Oh God, yes.
Separated shoulder.
Oh, it is separated.
It was. They do not anticipate him missing a week. They're going to strap a harness on his shoulder and let him go.
Oh, they did this last year.
Yes, they did.
What up, Nikki T?
I mean, Dalvin Cook
They-
he owned
they-
it
they're-
last year. Yes.
Calling him day to day. Another running back with a
How you hurt
shoulder.
his shoulder?
I didn't.
Oh God, you hurt his shoulder on a butt fumble. Yes. Yes.
Great. Okay, another running back, DeAndre Swift. Shoulder injury. If Jamal Williams is available in your league, which he probably isn't, you might want to grab him.
I think I grabbed him in one of them.
I'm sure any of Georgia's leagues, Akers already got him on the roster.
I was gonna say I have him in a league. I just don't know which league.
Yeah, I have him in one too. I don't know which one either.
Yeah, it's got to be one of Georgia's because he put up over 200 points.
Yeah, you got him. I just checked. You have him in the DA league.
Okay, he'll probably be starting for me because I ain't got shit.
And then Clint's got him in the Ohio league. No go there in Georgia's league.
To be fair, I originally drafted him in the OH league though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So they haven't technically ruled him out, but the way Coach Campbell's saying is like he'd probably benefit from taking the next 2 weeks off because then Detroit's got a bye week. So he'd get 3 weeks, come back after the bye. I mean, it's DeAndre Swift. He knew he wasn't going to last the season. He never does. So
they're going to bite some kneecaps.
He's a hell of a talent too.
Yes, he is, and he's definitely showing it this week. If anybody cares, Zach Wilson's probably going to return this week.
No, nobody cares.
Yeah,
but the thing is, how do you think? I mean, well, after the bad game against the Bengals, but I mean, when you got fucking Flacco leading, top 3 in passing, it's kind of hard to sit him. But I get it.
Hang on, let me pull up that leaderboard and see where Flacco is now.
Did he drop off?
Let's see. Passing yardage. Well, he's down to 5.
Still top 5, but
yeah,
3 weeks into the season, that would mean granted.
I was gonna say Carson Wentz is 6. So I mean, what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Zach Wilson, Jarvis Landry, foot soreness, shouldn't really miss a week.
Well, they're saying that both him and the other wide receiver there are significant injuries. They're saying like they're worried about both of them.
What I'm reading here, exited early in week 3. Injury isn't believed to be serious. So I don't.
Or maybe with Michael Thomas, it was serious.
Okay.
I think it was the same ankle.
No, Michael Thomas had heard was the other foot. It was the other foot from what he had hurt before.
I heard that too, with the opposite foot, not the one he had the ACL surgery on.
Good Lord.
I like bringing up left tackles because how huge they are. Chargers again. Rashawn Slater. He's done for the year. He ruptured his bicep.
More bad news for Justin Herbert.
Yeah, that team is in deep trouble right now.
Come on, it's got to be Austin Eckler's week. This got to be his week. Like,
Let's see. Tracy Walker I'm just bringing up Lions, the safety. Tracy Walker tore his Achilles. He's done for the year. That was his spot where whoever subbed in for him totally blew the assignment that led to the game-winning touchdown for Minnesota.
Jesus.
It's it's one of those things. Teams that are stepping up and teams that are ready to step up and not be a good team, don't have the depth. This is what stops you. Michael Thomas, they're going to try to let him practice during the week and see how he goes. If he goes okay, he'll be playing. If not, maybe like from now, who knows?
Just the latest on Garrett is that he will be discharged from the hospital tonight, according to his agent, but he's still being evaluated at this moment.
Amon-Ra St. Brown looked fairly decent with his ankle injury. He's playing through it. No, I wouldn't be.
Okay.
I mean, we have nobody else to throw to.
I think he went out and signed what's his face? What DJ?
I don't know how. Or TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah. I don't know. Does Chark have a catch yet?
Good point.
I mean, honestly, his competition for targets is Jamal Williams. That's his competition for targets.
Oh boy.
Stephon Diggs had a dehydration issue in that game. I'm not worried about that.
I think half the Bills team did.
I agree. All right. Anybody? I hope not, because that was a lot of players. That was a lot of names, too.
Oh, boo.
Hang on. David Montgomery left with an ankle. He is day-to-day. And by the way, Khalil Herbert, holy shit, stepped up with Montgomery out.
Yeah.
He's a fast little fucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Landry, I think we're good. Cool. All right. That's the injury report.
Are we sure?
Means, yeah. Well, I mean, until somebody, has anybody gotten hurt yet in tonight's game?
I mean, it is the Cowboys. And hold on. He has to be able to play to get hurt. Is he playing?
No. I don't know. Maybe.
Galladay?
That's a good question. Apparently, he was upset at how he's being used.
Well, you keep your mouth shut and get out there and maybe eventually it's going to break.
Do your thing,
Stop hurting your hamstring all the time. You'll be able to play.
Yeah.
Do your job.
All right. It's early, but we'll go to the pick. Okay. What? Oh, we're going to bring this up, huh?
Well, yeah, come on.
Yeah,
We're the youngest team in the majors.
The
Who
floor
cares
is yours.
about the Indians winning the AL Central?
Well, no, because this works out for the show for the simple fact that we got the assist from the Detroit Tigers who beat the White Sox to help us clinch. That's where the connection comes in.
We are always happy to play spoiler.
And that you did.
It's about the only thing you can play.
Okay, listen here.
He's got a very itchy trigger finger, Berger. Better be careful.
Some people say I control the injury report, so you just watch yourself, sir.
That's fine. Listen, I'm already well aware that my fantasy football team sucks balls, and it doesn't bother me.
All right, let's get into the rip-roaring Thursday night game, which
could be a very good one.
Could be worth watching. So you got Miami at Cincinnati.
Miami
coming off of an incredibly tough emotional game at home. Now has to travel on short rest to Cincinnati. Cincinnati,
Despite the butt
meanwhile,
punt, they still won.
yes. Although, to be honest, George, if you can bring up the butt punt, if anybody hasn't seen this,
Oh, I think it was so funny.
Unfucking real. They actually did a close up where they zoomed in on it. You see the dude's foot, the ball, and then where it hit the guy in the backside. And you're like, this makes it look so much more worse than it really is.
The best one is somebody cropped out the dude's foot, and you just see the ball coming out of the guy's ass.
Oh,
And Mike Golick Jr. tweeted it, and he said, "This is what I'm going to tell my kids how footballs are born."
Oh, God.
I was watching Red Zone and they played it, and the announcers were at first confused. He accidentally shanked it so bad it went behind him, and then they showed the replay and they're like, "Nope."
Sure didn't happen.
Can you imagine how bad your assholes got to hurt after catching a ball right in the taint?
What did he say? He's got a big old W tattooed on both cheeks now.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right. What did you bring up, sir?
Oh, we just got booted.
All right.
Oh, God.
While that's being worked on,
What's that?
Cincinnati is favored by 3.5 in this game.
That's only because they're the home team.
Over under 47.5. I ain't gonna make it. Who wants to go first?
I'll take the fish. Just because right now they're looking like one of the for real teams. Here
we go.
There it is.
Doink.
Bam. I just want to know how his foot didn't get stuck up there.
Well, here's the thing. They got extremely lucky that happened and that one of the Buffalo guys didn't catch it for a touchdown because that would have given them the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then he falls down afterwards, like, oh. No.
Good God. I wouldn't.
Get your ass out my way.
Thank God that wasn't the Browns that did that because we'd never hear the end of that.
Imagine they would have lost that game, though. Buffalo was moving that football. They just ran out of time.
Yeah, that was.
Big Cincinnati, by the way.
What's that?
All right, Bruiser's going to the Bengals.
Really?
I had to go be dad for a minute and yell at the little one.
The boy child?
Mm-hmm. No, Kirk, you are not getting tater tots. Those are mine. I'll fight you.
Clint, who you got? Miami or Cincy?
Oh, God. Miami 3-0. I mean, we'll roll with Miami until otherwise. Wait, hold on. What's that stat about Miami beating quarterback with O's in their names? Or did they beat them, right?
I don't know where I saw that. I don't know who came up with it. I don't know.
I haven't been able to. I've seen it once and I haven't seen it since.
God, I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to go Miami, though. I mean.
I'm actually going to go with the Bengals. I think.
Wait, who Doug picked? Granted, he had 10 wins last week, but
he did. I think just that game that Miami just played, and now going short rest. We have no Doug picks at the moment. Oh, it's horrible.
Of course, he did that shit on purpose, that asshole.
Short rest. Now they're going from home to on the road. I just think they're primed for a letdown, and Cincinnati, regardless of their struggles, is too good of a team to not take advantage of that. Not to say Miami's not incredible. They've been playing really, really well, especially their defense. But no, I think the Bengals are going to take that game. All right.
The Miami Dolphins are 9-0 against starting QBs with O's in their name.
There it is. There it is. Like I said, I saw that stat once.
You said they're
Never saw it
9-0.
again.
Yes.
Such a weird stat.
That is one of those absolutely bizarre stats.
That's what I know. Somebody at home was bored.
Are you kidding? I guarantee you somebody looks at that stat and places a bet because of it. I guarantee.
I'm sure.
That'd probably be me.
Very first game on Sunday, and when I say the very first, I mean it's 9:30 in the morning. Welcome to London.
Oh, the London game.
God.
Minnesota, New Orleans. So technically, New Orleans is the home team.
Here we go with my fucking pick, because it ain't gonna matter what I do, because it's gonna be the opposite of what I pick, because it's the goddamn Vikings.
Vikings are favored by 2.5.
Fuck your wheel. Shut up.
At this point, I might have to take the wheel every week with the fucking Vikings, because I can't seem to get them right.
Vikings favored by 2.5. The over/under is only 43.5. So you've got Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook going to play with a separated shoulder. Kirk Cousins, who has forgotten who Justin Jefferson was for some reason. Or you got Jameis Winston, who has probably more fractured vertebrae than actually healed vertebrae.
What's the status with Kamara? Is he still
Kamara played?
I mean, yeah, he didn't get shit for points either.
No, he just didn't play very well. Hang on, he was actually brought up.
My back is broken. It's spinal.
I need to back you out of me. Fuck it, George. Spin it. If it makes you feel better, spin the goddamn thing.
He thinks he's hot shit with that thing.
And you know the bad thing is he's got the shittiest grin on his face right now too.
God, I hope it goes
he
to the
does.
States.
I can see it. He does.
Guess I'm taking fucking Kirk Cousins again.
God, it's the kiss of death too. I was going that direction. I just think Vikings just have more stars. Give me Minnesota.
Man, like pick Sixton Winston, like Cousin Kurt.
And I'm going to say
I'm going with Cousin Kurt.
I'm going to say this, especially with Cook being hurt and going to play through it. I guarantee you, Jefferson is grabbing Cousins by the shoulder and just saying, "Remember, I'm out there. Throw me the damn ball."
I mean, is this a week that if he's still available, do you go and pick up Alexander Madison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I looked for him. I didn't pick him up. I looked for him though. I just didn't have anybody I could drop.
I think I got him in the DA league.
Bruiser, there you go. Okay, taking the Saints.
I'm sorry, I was finishing my sloppy Joe.
Just gonna say, I'm not terribly sure if our Fearless decided whether he wants to post any of his picks in the chat, or if he's gonna wait for Doug's picks to come in.
That's not fair. That's cheating.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're posting somebody else's pick. Post your own.
Yeah, that was me. All right. Okay. 1 o'clock game. Couple teams that are just primed for excellence. You got Cleveland at Atlanta. Cleveland with let's say questions on defense right now. Literally.
Yeah.
Cleveland is 2-1. They're limping along.
Yes,
Should
they
be
are.
3-0.
No. You shouldn't be 3-0. You're where you should be because you coughed that game up against the Jets.
God, I don't even know who to pick. I'm not spinning the wheel for this one, but
all right. Well, let me throw some numbers at you.
You want me to roll the dice
We-
for you?
No.
Yeah. Cleveland is favored by 2. Your over-under is 49.5. Now the
So
good,
they ain't
I mean,
expecting
good news is
Show ball.
if you're an Atlanta fan, the good news is you got Drake London going. That's for sure. You actually seem to. Oh, that's important.
Yes, indeed. the tides have changed now.
You actually got Kyle Pitts at least a little bit of yardage. So
Yeah.
things, and let's face it, Cordell Patterson. We just read his stats.
Mhm.
You remembered what he did last year, and he's starting to do it again.
But he's nobody's talking about it because he's in Atlanta. You know what I mean? It's,
Because
it's
he's in
very
it. Exactly. Yep. He's in Atlanta, and you've still got Marcus Mariota throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Man.
Clint,
you start.
Should never sighed out loud.
No, it's tough because the Browns that they defensively just beat up. Like I don't think Myles Garrett's going to play. Clowney's out for probably some weeks. They lost Anthony Walker. It's like, God damn, like you and the Falcons do have some weapons. And the Falcons they're at home?
Yep.
God damn it. I'm still gonna pick the Browns. I can't do it.
I just hope we
Adam.
don't have I just hope we don't have the Jet letdown against Atlanta too. But I'm going to pick the Browns.
Bruiser.
I'll take the Falcons.
I'm going to take the Browns. And if you lose this game,
You're
you
done?
are in for a long season.
Yeah.
It means every week you are literally questioning whether you're winning or losing.
Yeah. 50-50 shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
What did Doug take? Yeah,
course he did.
I kind of figured he would, to be honest with you. Next
I know
game.
who. I think there's one team we know that Doug probably will not take this week, and that's his own team.
Bet your ass neither will I.
Oh, he did
right.
take him. Never mind.
I'm curious who they're playing now. All right. Probably the best 1:00 game we've got. You got Buffalo at Baltimore. Buffalo coming off an emotional loss that I'm sure they're screaming at, oh my God, we let that one get away from us. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson has been on fire for a guy who doesn't have a contract coming up.
Right.
He is making himself some money right now.
He's playing for that contract. That's for damn sure.
That is for damn sure. He is very much MVP talk right now. That being said, Buffalo favored by 3.5. Yeah, you are absolutely correct.
Right.
The Bills are not going in. And the over-under is 52.
This is one of the 50 games.
And frankly, I'm thinking I'm taking the over.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that Buffalo's secondary is going to get better. Yep.
Yeah, I started him and he did. And of course, fucking Buffalo. I take out Dobbins because Singletary hasn't done a fucking thing for me all season. And what happens? Singletary goes off. It's the joys of fantasy.
All Singletary did is throw the numbers up there that you're going to look at next year and go, oh, look, he really wasn't that bad. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He played one game.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'll circle the wagons. Give me the Bills. Looks like Doug took them too.
I'm going Bills too. Like I said, they're just going to come in there angry. And I mean, Baltimore's going to make it a game, but
Josh Allen could probably go off for 400 yards this week.
I am starting every Bills player I can get my damn hands on.
Every single
Even
one.
Singletary?
Well, Anybody
Not
that
everybody.
can catch the ball.
I tried.
I mean, I put Gabriel Davis in. Yeah, I put Gabriel Davis in. He didn't do much for me this week, but I'm not taking him out for this coming week.
Well, the only league that I have Singletary in is the sleeper league.
I have him in none. I think I picked up Isaiah McKenzie in the league though. Might start him this week.
He was one of those sleepers that I was looking at going into the drafts. It's just he only had so many roster spots.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything until this past week. So
God. Right. Yeah, Lamar Jackson is playing crazy right now, man.
yes.
The Bills are kind of pissed off, man, about the whole fact.
George, we know we still got to get two. We know got to get.
I'm going.
Picks.
I'm.
We're vamping.
I can't do it. I'm going to Bills. I can't pick the fucking Ravens.
Okay. Bruiser.
Hey, George, either join the show or shut the fuck up. You're not running the show tonight. Zolt is. We're having conversation. We're having sports conversation. That's what you want, buddy. I will also take the Bills. I feel bad for I feel bad for Lamar Jackson this week because he's gonna get just run around and run roughshod. That's a very angry Bills team. We saw what happened. We saw what happened to Kansas City in the playoffs last year in overtime when we had a very angry Bills team.
Yeah. Yep. Completely agree. So we go from Bills Ravens, Washington Dallas. The Commanders are going to Dallas.
I think this one's going to be surprisingly good.
You think it's actually going to be a decent game?
Yes, because they're both shitty enough.
Because it turned out to be a good game.
It's like watching the two drunk fat guys fight in the bar. You know that neither one of them is actually, athletic enough to actually be in a bar fight and win, but they're just hammered enough where it's entertaining.
Yeah.
So I would love to reserve judgment on my pick for later to see what happens in this Cowboys game tonight.
Yeah.
But Commanders haven't been bad.
No, they just ran into the Eagles.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. But, the Lions almost handled the Eagles.
The Lions did handle Washington.
And the Lions did handle Washington. So, with no Dak and not much of an offense to speak of this season, I'll take the Commanders.
Let me revisit injury report and talk about Dak for half a second. So today he got his stitches out of his thumb. Literally the only thing preventing him from playing is if he can grip the football. If he can grip the football strong enough to throw it. That's it. As soon as he gets the grip strength back, he's back in.
Yeah, but we ran into this with Russell Wilson last year. Remember? Yeah. Russell wasn't the same all year. He never had that grip strength back.
Numbers are Cowboys are favored by 3. Over under is 42.5. So low scoring. Low scoring to me, I think, favors Washington. So I'm going to go with the Commanders.
Man, you know what? God, man. As much as I want to pick the Cowboys, but Carson Wentz is better than Cooper Rush. By a little bit, not by much, but yeah, I just think Dallas just don't have the weapons on offense to hang with them. I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
God damn.
Unfortunately, so far we've done the wheel twice. Kind of irritated both times I've had to go with the wheel, and I'm
It's been
really trying to avoid that.
Until the wheel takes a loss, I'll ride with the Commanders just like the wheel did. And I'll probably live to regret it.
All right, speaking of regret, let's go to the next game. Seattle at Detroit. The Lions favored by 6.
Holy shit.
Over under of 50. So I'm not terribly sure who they saw throwing the ball from Detroit this past week, but regardless, I think the way that the Lions game ended against Minnesota, and knowing that those meetings that the Lions are having this week are probably not a whole lot of fun. I'm going to go
Did they
Lions.
lose in Minnesota?
They did on a last-second touchdown.
But they got shut out 14-0 in the fourth. That's what killed them.
Yeah.
So they're what, 1-2 now or 2-2?
1-2.
That's not. All right. You were in the game against the Eagles. You were in the game against the Vikings.
Yep. Look, the entire preseason, and I guarantee you every meeting this week is you have to close it out.
Right.
Absolutely.
You can't just run with it. You got to finish.
That was the same issue they had last year, though, in some of them games. So, like
Yeah.
they couldn't close them out towards the end.
Yeah. But, I mean, close is great. But, I mean, when you only win 3 games,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Give me the Lions. I don't like what Seattle's doing. I think Seattle's rudderless. I think the Lions are where the Browns were 2 years ago, as far as they're learning how to win and how to close games out consistently. Like, it's one thing to do it every once in a while, but when you're able to do it consistently, and I guess that's why that, the Vikings loss will sting a little bit more, because that's one you should have had. And I think Zolt can get mad for saying it, but I think next year they're a playoff team.
Okay, the Lions are a team, if things broke right, like really right, you could squeak in this year. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, but I mean an actual.
Yeah, I completely get what you're saying. My point was going to be, the problem is, if you make it this year, you are destroyed in the first round. You do not have the personnel to compete at that level yet. You just don't have the depth, because you're not going to be running all your first stringers in the playoffs. Nobody does. Those guys are hurt. You got guys going at like 67, 60, 70%. And we just don't have what it takes to stack up. We need another offseason where we're bringing more guys in. So, I mean,
I think next year they are a wild card team for sure.
I'm there with you, and I'm going to wait until we see what the offseason brings, but I'm hopeful. Who don't we have yet on this game?
I'm definitely taking the Lions because of the fact that the Seahawks pissed me off because they picked them and they lost to the Falcons. So fuck them.
Right on.
I mean, let's be honest. Geno Smith was doing good for them first 3 quarters. Then that final drive happened yesterday. I don't know what the fuck happened. He went back to old rookie Geno Smith on that final drive.
The clock hit midnight and Geno Smith turned into Geno Smith.
Yeah.
You're saying his name wrong. It's not Smith. It's Smith. S-M-I-F-F. Smith. Geno Smith.
Yeah, no, I'm not picking Seattle after. Yeah, no, Detroit. Detroit gonna do it this week, man. They got to.
If they don't, there's going to be some hell to pay.
What's your
That's
bye
going to
week?
be it's,
Week 6?
well, yeah, it's
Oh.
either 6 or 7.
I
Yeah.
picked y'all 3
Right.
or 4. I picked y'all out. I picked the Lions out of every game
Week
except for one.
6.
So you could theoretically, because who the Lions play next week?
Hold on, I'm bringing it up. Da-da-da.
New England
There you go.
New England.
That could even be another win.
and Foxborough.
Probably without Mac Jones.
You could be 3-2 heading into the bye. And if that,
Good.
I mean, a year where Detroit finishes above 500 and they could possibly win on Thanksgiving Day, Detroit might burn to the ground. I mean, what's left of it?
Thanks for that. Honestly, there's not that much left. There's a lot of empty blocks. Let me tell you.
Not a bandos.
I mean,
Yeah.
RoboCop wasn't far off.
Did we ever build that? I need to look up if we ever built that statue.
The statue of RoboCop?
Yes. That was a thing there for a time. I don't know if it actually happened.
I want this to be real now. I want it to have happened.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. So we talked about the Chargers and their injuries on both sides of the ball. However, the Chargers are in Houston.
Ooh.
I managed to squeak. I just checked the fantasy scoring. I managed to squeak past Rusty by 5 points. Ah.
I am taking the Lions.
Yeah, Lions.
Dude, what?
So, all right, Chargers, Texans, Chargers are favored by 5. The over-under is 44.5. Again, lowish scoring. I mean, if Herbert played this past week, he's going to play again this week. He should have Keenan Allen back. He's missing his left tackle now. The defense is missing a couple key pieces. Then again, it's Houston.
It's the Texans. Yeah, no, I'm not picking the Texans. No. Chargers.
I'm picking Chargers. Like there was any doubt.
I think I'll
Austin
take the Chargers.
Eckler to show out this game, though.
Chargers and who?
Texans.
I'll take the Chargers. But no Justin Herbert?
Nah, he's playing.
He's on the play.
I'm saying
Right.
I would still take the Chargers if Chase Daniels was starting.
I'll take the Chargers. Texans don't even know what century it is at this moment.
All right, games keep getting good. Tennessee at the Colts.
Oh God.
Tennessee actually showed life this past week.
Almost blew it.
And again, so did the Colts. So.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, okay.
All right, there, contrarian.
It's
My
a
name's
strange
George.
hill to die on.
My name's George. I'm going to be an asshole and take the Texans because I think I'm smarter than everybody.
What did Doug take? Doug wants the wheel. Oh, bring the wheel. Let's go.
Ooh.
We got dead air here, buddy. Let's go.
Hold up.
He's not even going to be on the. He's not even on the show, and you're going to see Brewster just disappear.
That's fine.
All right. Titans, Colts, Titans. Oh, he's going with Tennessee. All right.
The best part is that his voice is gone and he's trying to laugh, and he probably sounds like Marlon Brando at the end of his life, just that wheezy.
Nice little cameo.
Wait. Was he wearing a 49ers jersey?
No, I don't think so.
It was red.
I can see the thumbnail. I don't think so. It's hard to tell.
Did he finally pull out the Jimmy G MVP jersey?
Hang on. No, okay. Colts are favored by 3. Then again, they're at home. Over under.
So it's a zero-sum game.
Over under is 42.5.
God.
Which is hilarious because you got friggin' Derrick Henry on one side, and you got Michael Pittman on the other side with Jonathan Taylor, and ain't no points gonna be scored apparently.
I will take the Colts.
I just, oh my God, I just don't know that I should have any faith in the Colts whatsoever.
You shouldn't.
They got lucky and beat the fucking and beat the Chiefs, but
Yeah, but remember last year the Chiefs were terrible for the first 7 weeks.
and then they got pissed because they were doing so bad. And look how they were, they got their shit together.
Yeah.
But this also seems to kind of be the thing with Andy Reid teams is they're good for a while and then they fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
Let's be real though, they haven't fallen off the cliff yet. They lost the game.
Well, I think with the performance last year for the majority of the season and the way they finished the playoffs and the way they've started this year, I don't know that they've fallen off the cliff, but the edge is definitely coming up quick.
Anyway, Titans, Colts.
I don't know. I can't trust Matt Ryan, and I definitely don't trust Tannehill. So it's like pick the lesser of the two evils here.
Good night, folks.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor hasn't done shit. You know what I'm saying? Henry really hasn't done much.
No. At least Henry's got the excuse he's coming back from an injury here. So
True.
as long as he keeps getting better.
It's going to be one of those, I'm going to take so-and-so, and I don't like it.
Yeah, very much so.
Give me the Colts, and I'm going to regret that. I know I am.
Adam picked the Colts like he was staring down 4 shots at Jaeger at last call. Just fucking fine.
This game gonna be you know what? I'm going with fatality here. I'm gonna pick the Titans.
I fired Matt Ryan.
What's gonna be uglier? This game or the next time that Beyonce catches Jay-Z cheating on her?
Both.
Next time Beyonce catches Jay-Z cheating on her. She got Solange on speed dial. Him up an elevator again.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee just because I think the Colts are gonna have a letdown after that game. I mean, by any right, Tennessee should have a letdown too, but Tennessee's just they're just going back out on the road for another game. So the Colts are gonna come home, and I think it's gonna be ugly.
You're ugly.
Well, speaking of ugly, let's go to Chicago and the Giants.
Oh God.
This is Giants.
Well,
This game is
Why all
last
the
is
crappy
last
games
call.
towards the end of the day? Like when
This-
people are coming home from work, they work on
This-
Sundays.
This game is 2:30 a.m. last call, and all that's left is Rumplemans.
Beer guy wasn't even helping me make this pick.
Oh, give me the
it's in New York. Giants are favored by 3. So that tells you nothing. Hey,
Right.
look at this over under of under 40. It's 39.5.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the final score is probably gonna be like a 10-3 or a 10-6.
I'm gonna go with the Bears, and I think they win on a defensive touchdown.
Oh,
I'm hoping Saquon goes off.
That'd be nice. That'd be very
I
nice.
don't even have him in fantasy.
Speaking of which, I need to look at something now that you just said that. I forgot I have him.
Oh god.
Remember, we have the wheel if necessary.
It's undefeated, you know.
That's what they say.
I'm not going with the wheel. I'm going with the Giants. I'm picking. Oh god, I don't feel confident with that one. No, I'm going Giants. They beat the Texans.
I am taking the Bears.
Who did Doug pick? He took the wheel the last game.
Who did Doug pick? And George, who are you taking?
Bears.
All the rest took the Bears. Okay.
Anybody else take Giants, or am I?
I'm taking Giants.
Okay, so
I took the Giants too.
Star Hype Man got this. Giants, they're gonna win.
So Jacksonville, coming off of looking like they might be something, travel to Philadelphia, the team that we know is something.
I'm taking the Eagles all day.
Eagles are favored by 6. Doug took Jags.
See, I'm glad I picked the Eagles because look who Doug took.
Huh?
Eagles are favored by 6.5. The over/under is 48.5. Give me Jalen Hurts all day. And honestly, give me that defense. I think that defense is going to give Sunshine fits.
I want to say this, and I don't want to shit on on Jacksonville because they did put a beat down on the Chargers yesterday. But yeah, you put a beat down on a injured Justin Herbert, and they lost a couple defensive starters, and they still kicked their ass. But no, I'm going with Jalen Hurts, the MVP right now.
I will also take the Eagles. Can anybody else not hear Zolt?
He's muted.
He's muted.
That was okay. Shut up. You're invisible. I might be muted, but you're invisible.
Can't become for Zolt like that, man. We got your back, though. We got you.
Saving the best of the 1:00 games for last.
Oh God.
We have the New York Football Jets at your Pittsburgh Steelers.
Rub them down to one hat now.
Sorry, what?
Zach Wilson playing this one? You said possibly.
Supposed to. So possibly.
Zach Wilson playing?
Yes.
Steelers.
Yes. No,
Yes,
you don't.
you
No, you don't. You can have the wheel pick for you.
Or you can pick a time.
Steelers.
Bruiser can roll a dice for you.
How does dice work, Bruiser?
They were terrible. I was also drunk.
Yeah, that would give me no confidence.
Who wants the wheel?
Well, here goes.
You said Zach Wilson. That's enough said. Like,
Wheel says
The
Jets.
wheel says the Jets.
oh, the wheel said Zach Wilson. The wheel's wrong.
Here is my chance. Give me Pittsburgh. To hell with that wheel. Numbers are Pittsburgh is favored by 3.5. Over under is 41.5. So I mean, I don't know that I would take the over on 41, frankly.
God, the Jets look like shit against the Bengals. The Steelers look like shit against the Browns. God, this is dog shit game of the week.
Yeah, and I'm with Clint. I don't think bringing Zach Wilson back makes them better. I just don't.
I don't see why you don't start Flacco considering he used to be in the division. He's played in that place. Oh God, as much as I'm going to pull the bruiser on this one, I'm going to take Pittsburgh, but I don't like it.
I don't think none of us like when we have to pick this.
Okay.
Give me the Jets.
The only good thing about this would be that if the Jets do win, the Steelers lost to the Jets too.
Yeah. The silver lining.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the 4:00 game. 4:05. You got Arizona at the Panthers.
God, I seen a meme yesterday, and with Kyler Murray running, yeah, and they said Kyler Murray runs like they said Kyler Murray. They talking about his speed. They said Kyler Murray runs like that kid that took his parents' cell phone and knows he's running not to get caught.
Yeah, that play against the Raiders for that 2 points.
Yeah. Kyler Murray versus Baker Mayfield.
It is at Carolina's favored by 1.5, and the over under is 44. Give me Cards all day. I just don't think Carolina can hang with what is.
Well, remember the last time Baker played, Baker got his ass kicked by the Cardinals in Cleveland.
He had weapons that game. He ain't got none with him this time.
Is this the game where Christian McCaffrey tears both ACLs and his
You
Achilles?
hunt your whore mouth. Don't you start that shit. He's projected for 163 points, goddammit.
Well, okay then.
Christian McCaffrey done for season with toe tendon tear.
I'm taking the Cardinals. Then.
Oh God, would be the most Christian McCaffrey answer. Injury. No, to the Panthers.
Every fucking week, Bruiser's gonna put the fucking bad juice on him.
Him and Skip Bayless. Both.
Well, that is my favorite Monday thing, is just to post the most obscure injury I can think of for Christian McCaffrey, and then out of nowhere, Adam just like, shut the fuck up.
All right, did we get everybody?
No,
I'm not keeping.
I will take the Cardinals.
All right.
Christian McCaffrey out 4 to 6 weeks with anal warts.
God damn it.
Sam Darnold is 6 weeks with mono.
That is true.
That's the kissing disease, too.
At least he's getting his, right?
He's out there getting mono. Zach Wilson,
George, who you take?
I mean, it's just something about the New York quarterback, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
All right. Taking the Cards. All right, moving on to 4:25.
5 minutes too late.
Indeed. New England at Green Bay. This is your 10.5 point spread. Green Bay is favored by 10.5.
Well, yeah, because no Mac Jones.
No Mac Jones. Over under 1.5.
Green Bay still doesn't have a defense.
Not so much. Do they remember that Aaron this? Because they sure as hell forgot about him last week.
Right.
Zolt, you sound like an old Verizon commercial.
You hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Okay.
Good.
I mean, Green Bay still doesn't have a defense, and even with Mac Jones out, Brian Hoyer in that system has been serviceable.
6-3 halftime.
I mean, I don't know. Sammy Watkins is on IR.
That's not. That's
Water is wet.
Right.
The sky's blue.
Christian McCaffrey's done for the season. I mean, they're all the same thing.
Can we please preview?
But
you can make your picture in the green room, sir.
But is this the week that Aaron Rodgers remembers that he has Randall Cobb?
No, because he has that. What is it? A Romeo Doubs or something that came along yesterday.
I just
Is this the week that Randall Cobb realizes he needs to use a walker?
Possibly.
Hey, is this the week that? Oh wait, never mind. He's already on IR. Sorry, Sammy Watkins.
Somebody in this chat may have him on a fantasy team or two.
Akers?
Why?
No, I did. I have him. I picked him up off of the waiver wires because I'm like, hey, Sammy Watkins does all right over there, and he's got Aaron Rodgers. He might be good for a few points. Week later, he's on IR.
Yeah.
And then
Only a matter of time.
And then George looked at it yesterday. He goes, "Hey, you know you have Evans still in?" I was like, "Oh, really? Well, shit." And Sammy Watkins was in too. He goes, "You might want to change." I will. You know what? Fuck it. Give me the wheel. I can't pick one because I'm not. She's mean. George, I was telling Adam this earlier. George was there. He watched her yank a girl down by her ankle. She got trucked, knocked on her ass, got up, chased her 20 yards, tackled the girl around the waist, and then yanked her down by her ankle. George, wheel.
He's working on it.
Okay.
He's working on it. That being said, I'm taking the pack all day, every day.
Go, Pat, go.
Oh, yeah. Aaron.
I guess I'm going with the Packers then. I don't know.
Well, you don't like it.
I legitimately think it is a game that the Patriots could win, though.
Okay. I mean, my thing with the Patriots is their offense was struggling before Mac Jones got hurt, and if Hoyer was better, he'd have been in there. Because they're already they're 1-2. Bill isn't just going to hold out Mac Jones just because this is my young kid.
I agree with you. However, Green Bay plays defense like the Big 12 does, and if you have a defense that can keep, you know what I mean, if you can keep Aaron Rodgers in short situations and grind him down, then I don't see why the Patriots couldn't eke out a win. I'm not saying they're going to be barn burners. It's going to be impressive, but I don't.
All right, we get everybody. Everybody wants the pack. Yep. G, did anybody go off the reservation? No. Okay. All right. Last of the 4:30 games. Denver at the Doug Kaufman Raiders.
Oh boy. Fuck it, spin the wheel.
I'll take the Broncos.
Let me give you numbers. Raiders are at home favored by 2. And over-under is 44.5.
I'll take the Broncos.
I was going to say I'm going to go with the Broncos regardless of what the wheel says. So, yep. I can't take the Raiders. Every time I take the Raiders, they lose. So I have to go against them.
That's my Vikings. That's me. That's them.
Dickhead, it's chewing tobacco. What? No, you can't have any.
Give them a dip.
Just
God.
Oh my God! Hi.
just let's realize this. If the Raiders don't pull this game out, 0-4 to start the season.
Nobody saw that coming.
No, it's crazy. I'm gonna go with Denver too, and I know Denver. They won yesterday. That it was ugly.
Oh God, yes.
Won, and eventually, this gotta be the week the offense gotta get it together. Like the Raiders defense is not good. Like if they don't get together this week,
I mean, you're hoping that. Yeah, that's. Here's the thing, though. I mean, the Raiders are trying now. They're struggling for a win, and you got to do that against Denver's D.
yeah. Good luck with that.
No.
I mean, if Wilson did
No.
that, I sincerely hope he did, because I don't think the league can take watching another game like what they just had.
Yeah. Yeah.
Single-handedly driving down audience participation there.
Yeah.
So everybody go Broncos.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. George,
Doug
everybody but Doug go?
I already picked the Broncos.
Yeah, he said Broncos before the wheel spun. So is Doug lone wolfing? Yep. Okay. Moving on to Sunday night, prime time. You've got a very pissed off Kansas City team
against the
heading
Bucks.
into the hurricane of Tampa Bay. Lord knows where this game will be played. Tampa Bay? It might not.
They're saying that hurricane could affect the races on Sunday in Talladega too, if it makes landfall early.
Yeah, I know Tampa Bay is now practicing in Miami. So
I'll take the Bucks. I don't need your numbers. Give me the Bucks. Tom Brady's gonna do Tom Brady shit.
Okay. I hope so, because I have him and he hasn't done Tom Brady shit yet.
Yeah. Still waiting.
Kansas City favored by 2.5. Over under is 45.5. I think Kansas City's really pissed, and for some reason, Mahomes is really pissed at Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
If y'all saw that after that game.
Yeah.
Well, did you see what Shady said? Shady tweeted out about that, and he said that Bieniemy would rather argue with the players or something than actually coach them. God, this is a tough one.
I'm not struggling with it because I'm taking the Chiefs all day, because Tampa Bay just does not look like they're there yet. I mean, it's Tom Brady, so eventually, but I think until he gets all of his receivers back, they're going to struggle.
Your face is going to struggle.
Thanks. Didn't I just agree with you?
Yes. Yeah, I'll take the check.
You know what? I'm going with Brady.
Tom's in retirement. When isn't he in retirement mode? He's been in retirement mode
for 4
since before we had a show.
I wake up in retirement mode. Like I walked into work this morning at 7:30 and was ready to go home.
I feel you.
Clint, did we get you?
I'm going with the Bucks.
You're going with the Bucks, okay. All right. George, how about you? Okay, we're good.
No, he's going with the Chiefs.
Gotcha. Chiefs all day. Got it. Monday night. So we will be sucking viewers away from the Rams at the MVG 49ers.
MVG, baby. MVG. Give me 10.
49ers are favored by 2.5. The over-under is 42.5. So low score game. The Rams just do not look like the Rams.
Super
And
Bowl
I don't know.
hangover.
And 49ers don't know what direction they're running in. They sure as hell don't know where the right end zone is. They know where the wrong one is. They don't know what the right one is.
Can't wait to hear that stadium just chanting MVG, MVG, MVG.
I'm telling you, if that happens, we need to get that shit trademarked like now.
Yeah.
What was it, like 5 weeks in a row last year? I picked the 49ers just to spite George, and they won every time.
Yeah.
And he just got he got increasingly more pissed off.
All right, Clint, who do you want?
Oh, you're starting with me. Oh, man, the Rams have not been like the Rams. Jim Garoppolo looked like shit yesterday.
Hey. Easy on MVG. He's just getting
I
back
know.
in it.
Yeah, I know. He's getting back in the groove of things. I know.
He's got to get back in.
Yeah. I know.
He looked awful good in a Browns uniform, though.
I'm still going to pick the Rams.
No disrespect to
They got to score at some point.
MVP, but
Yeah.
I'm going Rams too. I just can't pick the 49ers after that goddamn god-awful game I stayed up till fucking 11 to watch last night.
Was the Sunday Nighter that bad?
Oh, 11-10 was the final.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I think they said
horrible.
I think they said it was the second time that has ever been the final score.
Yeah. God awful.
I think there's still going to be a hangover. I don't trust the Rams. I've not liked what I've seen from them. I don't like what I've seen from the 49ers either, but I think the 49ers are a little bit more consistent than the Rams are. Even if it's a bad consistency, they're still a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, I know. I saw that yesterday.
I'm getting to that.
That wasn't the Bills OC. That was every spotter and crew chief 35 laps into a run, blowing right rears, banging into turn 4 yesterday.
True.
But I will take the 49ers just because I think they're a little bit more consistent than the Rams.
Yeah, it goes against my everything I believe in to go to the wheel. So let me just say the Rams just for the hell of it.
You're still gonna spin it now just because you said that.
I'm not going to spin it, but if anybody wants the wheel, So
I hope he spins the wheel and it lands on the 49ers.
No wheel? All right. Well,
no, spin it. Spin it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, there's a middle finger going on there. There it is. All right. Adam, did we get you?
Yeah.
Rams. Okay. All right. Okay. That is our week. George, cue up that whole Bills freak out, I guess. If you could bring that back up, George, that'd be awesome. There was a tweet today that it was that, and it was a caption this kind of thing. And I believe I captioned it with something along the lines of, okay, nobody told me that there would be a camera on me while I was playing the Call of Duty beta this weekend. Oh, play the damn thing. Yep. That was me playing Call of Duty.
You know
that's
what?
everybody playing Call of Duty at one point in time.
You know what that reminds me of? Sitting in a room with your buddies playing N64 back in middle school and high school, and one person's screen looking and you can't catch him.
Yeah.
By the end of the night, you just get pissed and throw the controller.
Did you guys? I know you say that because did you ever see where I know they did it? It was two brothers and they were playing some sort of, I think it was GoldenEye or something from back in the day. And he had the brother. He was sitting on the bed. The brother was sitting on the floor. He took a cardboard box and put it over his brother's head, and that's how they separated the screen so you couldn't screen watch.
Yes, I've seen that. We got smart and learned how to.
Yes. Yep.
We got
when
smart.
Mama says there's food at home and doesn't get McDonald's.
We don't have McDonald's money.
We have McDonald's at home. We got smart and learned how to link all of our TVs together so that we could have individual screens. That was how we remedied that problem.
I was gonna say, it was also, back in the day whenever you were playing Tecmo Bowl and somebody decided to use Bo Jackson. Like, well, thanks.
Just a quick update. It is 6-6.
Oh my. Man.
Some game.
What do with all these points?
And CeeDee Lamb has 2 receptions for a whopping 20 yards.
Good God.
Yesterday's game was bad. This game.
Nah, yesterday's was. This is at least is normal football. That's 11-10. How the hell do you get 11? Something went wrong.
3 field goals and a safety.
Garoppolo.
So before we get out of here, let me run through the overall standings. Clint is in first with 5,493 points for the NASCAR Fantasy League. Adam is in second with 5,451. Jimmy G MVP is in third with 5,314. I am in fourth with 5,173. Akers is in fifth with 5,039. George is in sixth with 4,328. Ryan is in seventh with 4,184, and Sean is in dead last with 3,659. Now the playoff standings. Adam is in first, 793 points. Zolt is in second with 775.
I did not even know there was separate points.
Yep, for the playoffs. Clint is in third with 774. I am in fourth with 723. Akers is in fifth. George is in sixth. Ryan's in seventh, and Sean is in eighth.
But really, it hasn't changed much from regular season.
No, but here's the thing: the playoff point standings are much closer.
Yeah,
like the 3 of you have a bad race, and I could be back up in there.
How much more we got?
5.
Talladega, the Roval, Miami, Martinsville, Phoenix.
So 5.
5.
Okay. 5 more, and then I can delete that app. Got it.
You're saying you're not going to join us next year?
I'll re-download it next year. All right. That being said, thanks, buddy. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Clint. Thanks, Bruiser.
Oh, hold on. Can we do one more thing? I don't think we did this.
Oh, what do we got?
Can we give a shout out to Albert Pujols for 700, man?
Sure.
And Aaron
3,000 hits. Him and Hank Aaron are the only 2 players that have 3,000 hits and 700 home runs.
And Aaron Judge chasing down 61.
Still hasn't hit it yet.
Hasn't hit it yet.
He's chasing it down. That's the American League record.
I hear it's the hardest one to hit.
Yeah.
61.
You also might get the Triple Crown too.
I don't know. That's Miguel's always the Triple Crown winner to me.
Miggy.
All right. Yep. Good shout outs. Good night, everybody.